Good to have you with us. You're with the news here on Mirror Now. My name is Apurva Sridhar. Let's begin with our big story at this point. Modi government's cabinet is finally revealed and there is a shake-up in the top 4 portfolios. Amit Shah makes an entry into the government, gets the Home Ministry, while Rajnath Singh is moved to defence. Meanwhile, Nirmala Sitharaman is a new finance minister and former Foreign Secretary S Jaishankar is named the External Affairs Minister. Meanwhile, Smriti Irani replaces Maneka Gandhi as the Women and Child Development Minister, while Ravi Shankar Prasad retains the Law Ministry. Alright, so the portfolios there being revealed at this point. Top 4 portfolios there, of course, which had been in the news and it was keenly looked at as to who gets what, and we're given to understand at this point the suspense is finally over. These are the list of the portfolios that have now been out. Smriti Irani, who remember was the giant killer, she defeated Rahul Gandhi in Amethi and she has been given the Women and Child Development portfolio. Nirmala Sitharaman, of course, being given the Finance Ministry. This, of course, after Arun Jaitley had written a letter saying that he does not want to be a part of the Modi government, citing his health reasons. It was keenly looked at as to who will replace Arun Jaitley, who will be filling his shoes in the very important portfolio of the Finance Ministry. It looks like Nirmala Sitharaman will now be the next finance minister. Amit Shah, of course, gets the Home Ministry, and that is one of the ministries that was very keenly looked at. One of the 4 plump positions there of the Modi government being given to the 4 trusted aides. Also, we're given to understand Nitin Gadkari has retained his role as the road transport and highways. So these, of course, are the big developments there coming in at this point on the new allocation. Let's also quickly look at some of the reactions that are coming in. Remember, the new portfolio allocation has seen some major reactions by the union ministers. Let's listen to what they have to say on the portfolio allocated to them.
Working in Modi cabinet, that itself is a really one of the proudest things that I can have. As far as pharmaceuticals are concerned, at an affordable price, the generic medicines are being supplied to the public. This, we need to take it forward. Since last 4 years, nearly 5,000 shops have been opened across the country and people are getting benefit on. So these are the initiations already taken. We will take it further and we hope that what best possible assistance or benefits that can be given to the people across the country, that will be provided for them.
मेरा सौभाग्य है कि जो भी जिम्मेदारी मिला है, मैं प्रधानमंत्री के रोड मैप के साथ उसको उन ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाने का काम करूंगा। और मुझे एक और सौभाग्य है कि मैं बिहार में एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, फिशरी, डेयरी का काम संभाल चुका हूं एक राज्य में। तो हो सकता है आगे भी मुझे ये करने में अच्छा लगे।
मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि उन्होंने पुनः मुझे दायित्व के लिए चुना और इस चीज़ का मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि जो भी दायित्व दिया जाएगा उसको हम पूरी तरह से उसका निर्वहन करेंगे ताकि जनता का भी भला हो और सरकार की साख भी बनी रहे।
ना तो मैंने संगठन और परिवार में किसी की आस्था को चोट पहुंचाया, ना विश्वास को टूटने दिया है। जनता का भी विश्वास लगातार जब से राजनीतिक जीवन में हूँ, जनता का विश्वास अर्जित किया हूँ और 130 करोड़ लोगों का आशीर्वाद जो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी को जो मिला है, इतना अजय बहुमत, उस बहुमत को अब जनता की आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने का दिन आया है। उनकी आकांक्षाओं के प्रति हम लोग सजग हैं, जागरूक हैं और ईमानदारी पूर्वक कर्मठता से जो काम आगे होना चाहिए। हमें अभी जानकारी मिली कि शायद स्वास्थ्य विभाग की जिम्मेवारी राज्य मंत्री के नाते मिला है। पहले भी अपने श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी के साथ मिल करके सहयोग करके और प्रधानमंत्री जी के हर सपने को आगे बढ़ाने का काम किया था। जो आयुष्मान भारत जैसे प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो मार्गदर्शन में इसको देश में 50 करोड़ परिवार को देने का काम, वो सौंपने का काम हुआ है। हिंदुस्तान की दुनिया की सबसे अनूठी योजना है, 10 करोड़ परिवार के 50 करोड़ लोगों के लिए। और इस बार 100 करोड़ का प्रधानमंत्री जी ने तैयार किया है कि अब 100 करोड़ लोगों को, जो ज़रूरतमंद लोग हैं, जो केवल बीपीएल ही नहीं बल्कि समाज के सामान्य लोगों को भी इसका लाभ मिलेगा। बहुत बड़ी तैयारी करनी है और उसके सोच के अनुसार जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का मार्गदर्शन है उसको ज़मीन पर उतारने का काम करना है। हमें लगता है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो जनता की आकांक्षा और उनकी उम्मीदों को कैसे ज़मीन पर उतारा जाए और जो सबसे गरीब निरीह समाज के अंतिम पौधान पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति का जब तक उत्थान नहीं होगा तो इस राष्ट्र मंदिर का निर्माण नहीं हो सकता। ये पंडित दीनदयाल उपाध्याय जी एकात्म मानववाद के युगदृष्टा वो कहा करते थे और उनके ही अनुयायी के रूप में हम सब लोग हैं। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी युग पुरुष के रूप में उन्होंने इस युग को जीता है और जो उनकी उम्मीद है कि इस देश को एक नया भारत बनाने का है, एक न्यू इंडिया का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है। और मैं 2010 में कहता था कि उस नरेंद्र का रूह इस नरेंद्र मोदी में प्रवेश कर गया है। स्वामी विवेकानंद का जो नरेंद्र, उनके सपनों का भारत बनाना, एक ऐसा भारत जो उदीयमान के रूप में विश्व का गुरु कहलाने वाला भारत फिर से अजय बहुमत के साथ सरकार बनी है, इतिहास बनी है, इतिहास रची गई है। मुझे विश्वास है कि जनता का अपार सहयोग, अपार आशीर्वाद काम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे और निश्चित रूप से फिर से देश भारत विश्वगुरु के पंक्ति में खड़ा हो जाए और दुनिया में एक शक्तिमान, एक सशक्त राष्ट्र के रूप में आगे बढ़े। इसका हम सब लोग मिलजुल करके सबका साथ, सबका विश्वास और सबके प्रति न्याय, ये जो हमारी सरकार की धारणा है, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, इस काम को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
मेरा दूसरा सवाल है, हिंदूवाद में ममता बनर्जी कल फिर नाराज हो गई, आप लोगों पे आरोप लगा दिया कि आप लोग बाहर से लोगों को भेज के बंगाल की स्थिति खराब कर रहे हैं।
मुझे इस पर कुछ कहना नहीं है, भगवान सद्बुद्धि दे उन्हें, इतना ही कहूँगा।
एक आखिरी सवाल सर, बिहार में लेकर जेडीयू शामिल, उस पर
कोई सब कुछ है, सब अच्छा है, सभी आएंगे, आप चिंता ना करें, सब अच्छा है।
All right, so that of course being the latest coming in, Amit Shah has been given the new portfolio of the Home Ministry, with former Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman now being allotted Finance and Corporate Affairs. Importantly, former Home Minister Rajnath Singh will now be handling Defence, while former Foreign Secretary S Jaishankar is the surprise pick and he will be the new External Affairs Minister. Now, we're given to understand that the allocations that have now been announced of the newly sworn in members of the Council of the Ministers show a little more of a juggle in the top four ministers, with the other portfolios largely remaining with those who have held. Imagine Smriti Irani, who in fact had defeated Rahul Gandhi in Amethi, has been allotted the Women and Child Development Ministry, and in addition to textiles, a portfolio that she had held earlier. Not just that, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Dharmendra Pradhan and Piyush Goyal, all the three top leaders have retained their old portfolio of law, petroleum and railways respectively. However, there are some surprise elements and fresh faces that have also been inducted into the cabinet. Gajendra Singh Shekhavat, who was a Minister of State in the last government, has now been given a cabinet berth for Jal Shakti, and this of course is going to be a very top priority area for the Narendra Modi government, because they have time and again, even in their manifesto, highlighted the importance of water conservation and the importance of Jal Shakti. Not just that, another big priority area and the crucial sector has always been the agrarian sector or the agriculture ministry. Let me go across to Mr. Kinshuk Nag, senior journalist, joining me on the phone line. Mr. Nag, good to have you with us and thank you for speaking to Mirror Now. Your reaction on the cabinet portfolios that have been now revealed, do you think it is a surprise element, or do you feel that the top four portfolios have more or less been on expected lines?
It has been more or less on expected lines. I had always expected Amit Shah to get home. He got home. And Nirmala Sitharaman was also expected to get finance, because I know it, because Mr. Modi in his last term was also using Mrs. Sitharaman for some work related to finance. For instance, the chief economic advisor to Government of India was appointed, and that appointment was finalized by Mrs. Sitharaman. I know it. So obviously, Mr. Modi knew that he's going to use her for something, for like finance, because he probably knew that Mr. Jaitley won't be around in the ministry for long. And Gadkari, of course, not a surprise. He's among the senior most ministers, but he is given the old portfolios. I think he could have been given better portfolios. But don't forget that Mr. Gadkari was also a prime ministerial aspirant, and Mr. Modi knew it. So therefore, in a subtle way, he's cutting down to size by giving only the old portfolios. And once you give Amit Shah home, then probably you have to give an equally more important position to Rajnath Singh, who was the earlier home minister, so he's been given defense. And as far as Jaishankar is concerned, even yesterday it was quite apparent that he'll get the foreign ministry, because that's an area which requires a lot of expertise and possibly the chemistry between Mr. Modi and Jaishankar is good, therefore he decided to get him in. So I am not at all surprised by the allocation of portfolios. Please remember that there are embarrassment of riches for the BJP. We have got 303 seats. That was largely due to the effort of Mr. Modi and Amit Shah. But some of the MPs who have been elected are quite low profile. And therefore, if you look at the list of MPs and ministers, you will not even recognize them. People are asking, who is this man? Who is that man? That is because of this reason. So I am not sure. So I think Mr. Modi found it a little difficult to do a proper justice for the whole ministry. Therefore, he decided to concentrate on 4 and 5 ministries, and he allocated them now. And later, possibly, slowly, he will keep and chop and add more ministers, give them better portfolios, etc. This is what I see from the list. This is my preliminary reaction.
All right, but Mr. Nag then...
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Nag, do you feel that this cabinet portfolio that has been revealed, it does strike a good chord between experienced hands, very experienced, trusted aides and new timers in place? Do you feel it has struck a good chord? A balancing act of sorts?
Mr. Modi is the man to take a call on this. He was the Prime Minister for the last 5 years. He has seen his ministers at work and he probably knows their strengths and weaknesses and he used them for his purpose. As far as he is concerned, he's done a good job. But this is an unfinished agenda, as I said. He has only concentrated on 4 and 5 ministers. The rest of the crowd, slowly, he will try to continue. I'm sure that a lot of the old ministers who have been given the same portfolio will not continue in those portfolios. But for the time being, they have been given impending further change, which might take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months also. This is my opinion.
All right.
Hello.
All right, Mr. Kinshuk Nag, many thanks for joining us with your perspective on this very big development that we're talking about. Let me quickly go across and get in further perspective on this. Our consulting editor, Vinay Tiwari, also joining us from the studio. Vinay, big developments taking place, but let me get in your perspective on this, on the 4 big portfolios, the 4 big cabinet berths. Do you find it on expected lines, or has this been a bold move, especially when we're talking about the finance ministry? Because after Arun Jaitley's letter to the Prime Minister, everybody was keenly looking at who will be given the post of the finance minister.
Apurva, I know whenever a cabinet, the list of names are announced, that usually tells you the political mind of a Prime Minister. But when the Prime Minister actually announces the portfolios, that tells you the administrative mind of the Prime Minister going in the next 5 years. And I think the announcement of portfolios today makes it very clear what Mr. Modi's administrative game plan is. 4 big headlines from it in my book. The fact that he's chosen to give home to Mr. Amit Shah, and the fact that he's Mr. Subramaniam Jaishankar is now going to be the next foreign minister tells you that these are the 2 critical ministries which the PMO will perhaps spend a little less time on as compared to their first innings. Remember, in the first innings of Mr. Modi's cabinet, the PMO was driving a lot of the foreign policy agenda. The Home Ministry was being run a lot from the Prime Minister's office. In fact, if you remember, when the government withdrew support to the Kashmir PDP government in Jammu and Kashmir, the Home Ministry and the Home Minister perhaps was not even aware of it. So you had a very dominant role of the PMO in these 2 ministries. With Nirmala Sitharaman and Anurag Thakur becoming the joint tag team in finance, I am almost certain that the Prime Minister's office will now take a more direct and involved approach towards finance ministry as well. So very clearly, he's put 2 very trusted people. Mr. Jaishankar is a very trusted diplomat, both for the UP earlier and now with the NDA. He's the man who's led India's negotiations in the Doklam standoff that happened with China. He's got a very impeccable and a terrific track record, both with the US and the Chinese authorities. So the fact that he's put 2 trusted people there means that he wants to spend more time on handling the economy, something that was a bit of a question mark in the last 5 years or so, Apurva.
Also, Vinay, do you then feel that there is a good striking record, or there is a strike of balance that has been placed with a lot of first-timers being put into place as well, and a lot of experienced hands? So do you think the cabinet is, in a way, has a lot of balancing act to do as well?
Well, look, that was inevitable. I mean, remember, the BJP had dropped almost 40% of their sitting MPs. So in any case, one would have expected the cabinet to feature certain new faces as well, which is what has happened. There are lots of people who are new, who are first-timers, and equal number of old so-called strong faces who have been dropped, and obviously a lot of them have been dropped on performance grounds. Of course, Mr. Jaitley is not there because of health reasons, and he himself requested for it. Ms. Sushma Swaraj never really wrote in to say that she doesn't want to be a part of it, but she didn't contest the elections on health grounds. So obviously that's something that has perhaps gone against her in this cabinet. But you had some sort of notable drops as well. Mr. Suresh Prabhu, for instance, for a long time considered to be a delivering minister, has been dropped from the cabinet, and that's one big face that you will not see anymore. Maneka Gandhi is not part of the cabinet anymore, although there is some speculation that she may well be in the race to become the next speaker, because she is now one of the senior most members of the Lok Sabha. But you've had several such leaders who are not there, and I think it's a good mix of continuity as well as some very new fresh faces, who some of them being untested, some who have experience in the state level and perhaps may do well at the centre as well, Purva.